Good day, everyone. This is my next video review. I already have the written review of the Mixcder MS301 on the HeadFi website. I want to thank Mixcder for providing them a sample of this to me. I did the X5 a while ago. Nice little $17 sport headphone. IEM. I really like that one. In fact, it's my go-to when I'm working out, especially when it's hotter, because it's a good one. So as a result of that, they asked me to do a review of this. I said 2 thumbs up. Yep, they got them both in that time. So I figured, why not? About 3 days into the order, it came. This is the box that they came in, of course, in a different one. The Mixcder MS301. This is the updated version of their wireless, their Bluetooth headset, which has Bluetooth 4.2, which is the absolute latest, APTX CR, up to about a 10 meter. And you'll have to read my review. I was able to get a little bit longer than that, but that's good. 20 hours talking and playing, last call redialing, and then up to 2,200 hours of standby. That's the one thing I did not verify, but I extrapolated using my excellent mathematical skills, and I was able to get about 1,600 hours is what I did. I've had this for about 3 weeks, and I've only been through 2 cycles. So if that tells you something, I'm not sure if it came fully charged the first time, but I let it run down, and I was able to get about 16 hours of playing time on that. And I'm only on the 2nd cycle. I charged it. I have no idea how long it will last. It's been sitting a while, but there you go. Okay, retail cost for this, I believe, is $89.99 on Amazon, so it's reasonably priced. It is an over-ear. They do consider it an open back. In conversation on the HeadFi website, about 3 or 4 of us were asking, and we do consider it an open back, but I think it does have pretty decent isolation. You can use it as a plugged-in unit, and then here's the charge. It is USB micro and USB 2.0. It charged relatively quickly. There's the box with all the languages on the back. I did get rid of the plastic already inside of this, but it came in a plastic tray, which I think was a little bit lower end, but you know what? We don't get things for the, sometimes we don't get things for the box. Sometimes we do. I've seen some really nice boxes. Good thorough instruction manual, of course, in multiple languages, and I did refer to this page right here, which has pairing the device, section 5 all the way through this, because I did run into some issues, which I'll get to in a few minutes, but it was not the fault of the Mixcders, okay? It was the fault of how the device is paired with this. So putting that aside, here they are. They do fold nicely, and I did end up, I ordered a case for a different pair of headphones, some ThinkSons, which did not come with them. They came with a nice organic cotton bag, and then I bought a harder case, and then this pleather case came, so it fits perfectly. I can store all the stuff right in there. All right, tossing that aside. So this is semi-portable. Mixcder logo on the top. This is made of pleather, and I think I listed it as aluminum alloy, stainless steel. I think the bands are a mix of aluminum and stainless steel. They're good sturdy bands. There's a little bit of play in there, but when you figure that the band goes up in there and the hinge is right there, the bracket that it goes through, then of course, unless it's dead solid, there's a little bit of stretch on this. I had no problem putting this on with or without a hat. It did fit very well. You'll notice on the inside, it's marked left and right. Okay, so that's, you know, for the doltish ones of us. They're pointing at me behind there. You can see left and right. It does have a little logo in there talking about it, and then it does have the model number in there. So good range of adjustments. I think I said it all but freakishly large heads. No offense, please. This would fit, and it does rotate, so I did get a good fit. So rotating these, you could put them flat, and in fact, one of the really good reviews on the HeadFi site said, all right, if you want to put them on the back of your neck and you can lay them flat, they're out of the way. I think that was a brilliant idea to a problem, because a lot of times when you put these on the back of the neck and they're like this, they're jamming you in your cheek. Flip them. It's done. All right. So good quality construction. I have not taken the pads off, but what you can do is by twisting it 1/8, it does come off. So that is a whole unit there, and you can see right through there. You can see my finger through there. Well, then they have a little damper there. One of the other people did take this out, and there is foam in there. To me, this would be a perfect one to play with like you would your Foztex, your TX series. Sorry, your RX series. The 40s, the 50s, and the 20s, to play with these to get the sound you want. So just replacing them, twist 1/8, and it's back on there. These are a pleather. These are very, very cushy. And what I will say is they do smash a little bit too much for me. I would like either of them to include a different one, so you had two options, or an option where you could buy one of these that is a little bit firmer. The good thing is, since it is so squishy, it does conform pretty nicely to your head. But the bad thing is if it's putting pressure, either, since this is left, either the forward of your head or the back, then this might sit disproportionately on there. It might angle it a little bit. So that's the one thing I'd worry about, is if this side's all squished, it's going to be facing the back of your head. Maybe that's not really a big deal. Maybe I'm overly thinking it. All right, so moving on. How do these sound? I would say that these sound very, very good. This is the first Bluetooth pair of headphones I've ever used. I have to say I was very, very impressed. Working with my smartphone, my iPhone 6 Plus, it was flawless. Hookup and disconnection was perfect, and I got plenty of loud volume out of this. In fact, too loud if you were to do that. So, they always have those warnings, don't play these too loud, you'll mess with your ears. Well, I'm a prime example of too much loud music as a kid. Hence, I can't hear the treble tones as much. But this is just a very even, it's almost like they took the best of a lot of headphones, threw them all in together, knocking over the box there, threw them all in together and said, you know what, let's just make this an unobtrusive, even tone so that it can let the music speak. And I gotta say, I like that. It has decent bass, not as deep of a bass reach as I would like. The mids are slightly forward and slightly up from that neutral plane, which runs midway through this. And then the trebles, there's no sibilance. It's been a long time since I've heard any headphones that are sibilant in the treble range, but I guess they do still exist. It's slightly rolled off treble at the top end of the range. I would be loath to give you a frequency range because I'm not nearly as good at that as some of the others on the HeadFi site or the other reviewers all over. Okay. But it's just an unobtrusive sound. It's very pleasant. It's very pleasing. One reviewer did note that isolation wasn't that good. I would concur and say, I think for an open back, a semi-open, I would call this a semi-open. You can see right there that it's semi-open right there. I would call this a very, very good isolating headphone. The only time my wife gave me, my better half gave me a dirty look is when I was pressing the issue and I had the volume turned up too loud. And if that's the case, she was giving me that "are you really stupid" look because, well, I was being stupid and the volume was too loud. So, other than that, I think these would work. You could certainly make these work on a commute. You throw them in a bag, you throw your charger. You don't even need to worry about the charging cable if you're playing 20 hours. Maybe you do if you work those long hours and you want to, but charge it once every couple of days, throw it in your bag, and it's very portable. Okay, so focusing in, let's do this. There's the power button. When it comes on, I'll be quiet so you can hear it. And
ready to pair. Turn on Bluetooth. Pin code is 0000.
I'll do that again just so we can get it close, but I want everybody to hear that, so that it's not, don't put these on when you first put them on because that's a Siri-like voice and it is pretty loud. So putting these on again, turn it on.
Power on. Power off.
Oh, okay, I gotta hold the button. To run the Bluetooth, turn the Bluetooth on your device first, So I would do it. I'd turn it on to my, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's run Bluetooth. Bluetooth is on. Okay. Nothing, no device there. And then let's turn this on.
Power on. Ready to pair. Turn on Bluetooth. Pin code is 0000.
And then by
Pairing complete.
pairing complete.
Connected.
That's it. It's connected to my iPhone. I can stream Tidal. I can listen to my native music. I can get online. I can listen to whatever music I want. It's there. Okay, it was that simple. One thing I did notice, though, I've got all sorts of things here, is if it's already listed up here, then you're going to want to forget that device. Because what I found is when you turn this off and then come back and pair it again, it won't recognize it as with the other devices down here because it's already charged. Now, that said, what I found with my phone only, not with the DAPs, is that I was able to turn this off and turn it right back on, and most of the time it would connect right back to this. Now, the only reason it wouldn't is because if I threw a DAP into the mix, like I'd listen to my phone, and then my Shanling M1 or a Cayenne N3, which I have on loan, and then come back to this, I had to clear that out. But if I was just going straight back and forth, turning this off, turning this back on, they would pair without problem. Okay? So, sound-wise, I think Tidal sounded really quite good with this. Tidal streaming through your device is going to be weaker bass anyway. It's a pretty good sound quality, better than it has been in a long time. But it's still not going to match the sound of a DAP. It just won't. And then you can hear this.
Power off.
So if you can hear that through this, then it is pretty loud. So please don't put these on and then turn it on. Do it without it. But it's real easy. You push and you hold, and power comes on, and then the red light comes on, and it says ready for pairing, blah, blah, blah. Then you can release that, and then it will connect to whatever device you have. Okay? This is fast forward and rewind to the next song or in that, and then this is how you answer it. You push it once to answer, and then you can disconnect it with that way. What I will say is because the microphone is up here, that it's not going to be as good of a call quality as if you had a cable with a microphone on it. This one obviously doesn't have one, so it's not going to be that good. So it is going to be subjected to the weather and the wind more than if you had the microphone on your on a cable like laying on your chest. All right, going back. Mixcder MS301 build quality is very good. A few scratches, but that's because I got this device and I really want to. I think it behooves testers to put it through the roll. Not everything is going to get treated like your $4,000 Focal Utopia headphones, but you still want to take good care of it. But in the odd case that something does happen, and I did drop these once, nothing happened. Okay, it holds up well. The Mixcder logo is raised, good quality. It twists just a little, but for $90, I'm very impressed with the quality of this. Good adjustability, good soft pleather pad. It does stretch easily. The pressure on the head is just about right, even with glasses. And I've found there's been a lot of talk with glasses. I found that taking my glasses off and putting them back on with these on really wasn't that big of a deal. Sorry, I got a hot rod going by my house. But it's tonally, I would say it does everything, but it doesn't do anything exceptionally well. It's like that friend you could count on that's always there. They're not exceptional in any one detail, but they're very good and they're always there for you. Decent bass, which you can EQ in or out with your DAP or your smartphone to see fit to take care of these. Decent trebles, but I think the mids steal the show on this. Sound stage wise, I'd say it's a pretty good pretty good soundstage. It's fairly wide, wider than my head. It has a decent fore and after reach, and it's taller, I think, than it is deep. And if I had to put this in that three-dimensional neutral plane, which Ike does, I really like that diagram he has on a lot of his reviews. That's a really cool thing. I'd love to steal it, but I'll talk to him first. So don't tell anyone, okay? I'd say it's above. It's not as high from that neutral plane as some that I've seen. I'm auditioning a pair right now that is much higher. But you can hear the vocals. They're clear. They're crisp. The instrumentation there's good separation with the instruments. They're right where they should be. There is a decent soundstage here, not nearly as wide as, say, the Grado GH2s I reviewed about a month ago. But you know, that's a fully open headphone that costs 5 times, 6 times the price that this does. So I wouldn't expect it to. But for $90, I would say these are an excellent Bluetooth headphone. And several of us agreed, we've been talking off the thread, that these are an excellent phone regardless of whether they're Bluetooth or not. These are a very worthy alternative if you're just stepping into the headphone market, getting away from, you know, your typical Samsungs or LGs or Apple earbuds and moving into this, and you want a headphone. Plus you have the benefit of its Bluetooth. Connection-wise, I had no problem whatsoever until I reached that limit. With my iPhone, I was able to hit about 35 feet, so that's a little over that 10 meter that they say, which is really kind of nice. I would think that those with Bluetooth home systems, or if you have your DAP hooked up to your home system, that you'd be able to wander around your living room, your dining room, living room, family room, whatever, without much worry on these. So, Mixcder MS301 Bluetooth, latest version, 4.2 Bluetooth with APTX, connected easily, worked flawlessly, labeled again for those doltish ones, point at me again, left and right, good solid sound, portable, nothing really that I disliked, other than maybe the too squishy for me pleather pads. I would like another option with that. You'll notice they're kind of off a little bit too, but that's because our ears are different. All right. If you have any questions, post them below. Mixcder MS301 retail $90 on Amazon. Really good quality Bluetooth headphone. Really decent, good quality headphone. Period. End of story. Check them out. All right. 2 thumbs up. So you got 2 thumbs up in there again. I like them. Thank you, Mixcder. I genuinely appreciate the opportunity to review your gear. I've done it twice now, and both have been thumbs up. Both have been very, very good for what they do, and their prices are very, very competitive. I very much appreciate that. I appreciate y'all putting up with my over verbiage talking. Good stuff. I appreciate it. Bye. Take care, everybody.